Homeowners, architects, and designers alike love the spacious look of straight floating staircases. They are easy to install and make a designer statement in any floor plan. As you prepare to start your installation project, we recommend to begin by first removing everything from the box and organizing all of your parts and hardware in one staging area. We also recommend that before you begin your installation, you should either seal your treads and handrails first or store them in a cool, dry location until you're ready to treat them. Gather all of the tools you will need for your project before you begin as well. All critical measurements will be included in your custom installation and engineering drawings. Now, your installation drawing will show the future location of the stringer beam mounting plate on the second floor beam. Mark the left, center, and right dimensions of the mounting plate onto the second floor mounting beam prior to setting the stringer beam in position. Remember to allow for flooring thickness if the finished floor installation is not completed. Double-check the center of your mounting plate location with the center of your tread width to verify that your stairs will not be too close to the wall. If your stair kit includes a bird's mouth bracket, you should double-check its future location dimensions now. If your stringer beam did not include pre-welded mounting plates, you'll have to attach them. Apply Loctite lubricant to mounting plate bolts and fasten the top mounting plate to the stringer tube, hand tightening the supplied flathead socket screws. Then, torque each screw to 65 foot-pounds. Next, attach the bottom mounting plate to the stringer tube the same way. Double-check your mounting plates to ensure you have oriented them correctly. Now you're ready to attach your stringer beam to the top and bottom floors. You'll need a couple people and maybe some lifting equipment, like a come-along. Position the top mounting plate where you previously marked on the second floor beam. Now secure the top mounting plate to the second floor. If your second floor is concrete or wood, please drill pilot holes for the lag bolts or wedge bolts. Once you have verified that the stringer beam is parallel and plumb to the adjacent walls, you can anchor your bottom plate to the first floor. Drill pilot holes that are aligned with the bottom plate. If your first floor is a wood construction, use lag bolts to secure the bottom plate to the first floor. Or if your first floor is concrete construction, use wedge anchors instead and ensure you do not over-tighten. If your installation required the use of a separate bird's mouth bracket, install it now. First, align the slots and loosely fasten the two brackets together using a carriage screw and serrated flange bolt assembly. Next, secure the bird's mouth bracket to the ceiling using lag bolts or wedge anchors as required, and then tighten your carriage bolt assemblies. Now, attach the tread risers to the stringer beam by hand tightening serrated flange bolts, ensuring the riser is perpendicular and square to the beam. And then torque each of your bolts to 45 foot-pounds. Continue to attach all of the other tread risers the same way. Now you can install your stair treads. Start by centering the uppermost tread over the riser support and marking the flange holes with a pencil. Squaring the edge of each tread to the previous, mark the other treads the same way, and then drill pilot holes into each tread. Then secure each tread to each riser using the hex lag screws provided. Start each screw by hand, and then torque to 30 to 45 foot-pounds. Now that your treads are installed, you can add the intermediate posts. Mark the center of each tread with a shape that matches your post base plate. That is also 2.5 inches from the left or right side edges. Mark all your treads that will get posts exactly the same way. Drill pilot holes that align with the holes in your post base plate, and then attach each intermediate post using the color-matching flathead wood screws, which should be lubricated. Next, add the bottom posts. Using the same tread walk line you already established with the intermediate posts, mark the position of your bottom post base, 2.5 inches from the front edge of the bottom tread. Drill pilot holes and drive in your fasteners. Repeat this same process for the other bottom post if your kit includes 2 rails. Now secure the top posts to the first floor. Measure and mark the top floor the same way you did on the first stair. If your second floor is concrete or wood, drill pilot holes for lag bolts or wedge bolts as required. Drive in your fasteners, and then repeat this same process for the other top post as required. Once your posts are installed, it's time to install your railings. If your top and bottom posts are capped, measure the distance between the inside faces of the top and bottom posts and cut your railing to fit. Be sure and match the vertical angle of your posts when cutting your railings. If your posts are not capped, center your rail length over all the posts, leaving equal overhang at the top and bottom posts. Press the top of the posts into the channel beneath the handrail. Now secure the handrails to the posts using the supplied wood screws or self-tapping metal screws as required. Next, saw off excess railing in parallel to the posts. Now that your post and rails are installed, you are ready to install the cable railing. Refer to the cabling instructions that were included in your stair kit for specific instructions to finish your installation. Congratulations! The straight stair installation is now complete.